What is going on, y'all? Baby Bones here with another video, and I've been making a bunch of air roll left content. If you want any of that, I put a playlist together for you to watch all of it, but I keep getting the same question. Why is air roll left better than normal air roll? Why should I make this switch? So this video is going to cover all of that. I've broken it down into three main aspects. The first one is going to be momentum, the second is accuracy, and the third one is unpredictability. As always, if you do feel this content is helping you out, please make sure to hit that like and subscribe below. Let's get into free play. I'll show you what I mean. Alright, y'all, so first off, we have to talk about momentum. And what I really mean about momentum is keeping your speed in the air and keeping good boost management in the air, right? That's what momentum comes down to. And the main difference we're going to see between normal air roll and air roll left is that if you make a spin, you're making the adjustments in a fluid motion, right? So we're not having to force our boost one way and then force our boost back the other way. Instead, now we're just kind of flowing through the motion and we're saving ourselves a bunch of boosts, and we're actually getting there faster and making the touch we like more efficiently. Another place that your momentum is going to help you out is trying to get very specific touches in the air. If I'm going for an air dribble, let's say, and the ball gets down below me, so I have a bad first touch, to try and pop this up with normal air roll, it's going to be very awkward. You're going to have to try and scoop under it somehow. Whereas with air roll left, you can keep your momentum and pop it up in the air like I just did there. And so you can start to see that by keeping your momentum with the spin motion, you can actually get a lot of touches up and maybe sideways out of the way that you just couldn't do with your normal air roll momentum. So you're probably saying, Bones, it's great and all that you can get these awesome spins that give you great touches, but what's stopping me from just spinning with air roll and getting those same touches? And the main difference between spinning with normal air roll and spinning with air roll left is that I'm not wasting any left stick movement when I'm spinning with air roll left. If we take a look at the controller overlay, you'll see that I have my normal air roll on LB and I have air roll left on square. And the difference we're going to see when I'm making these spins is when I use normal air roll, I'm wasting my left stick movements by forcing myself to spin. I have to hold left throughout the duration of the spin, whereas with just normal air roll, I can just hold square and that's going to do all the spin for me. And what that unlocks is something I call air pitch. And essentially what that means is if we look at the adjustments I make with air roll left, I can now hold right and left to make adjustments, whereas if I'm doing that with normal air roll, I'm just spinning there. So what this means is your normal air roll is really locking out a bunch of adjustments that you could be making in the air, and therefore limiting so many touches and so many adjustments you could make while spinning to really get the full potency of spinning while in the air. So what I mean by accuracy is the ability to get a touch on the ball that's exactly how you want it. If we take a look at, let's say, an air dribble, right? If I just use the normal air roll button, I'm kind of limited to just getting behind the ball and then pushing it in one direction. And you can kind of adjust around and push it maybe a little bit this way, maybe a little bit that way. But ultimately, you're locked into one direction. If we take a look at the same air dribble, but I'm using air roll left, you'll see that I can pop the ball up a lot easier. I can push it in a direction easier. I could even catch it on the top of my car easier. Air dribbling is a great way to show exactly how that accuracy plays into effect here. But I'm gonna hop into a training pack right now. It's the one I've made, and if we take a look at just a normal air roll shot, you're kind of forced into just hitting it with your nose, and it's going to be a lot more difficult to actually get the shot you want, because you're just kind of leading with your nose and then hitting the ball wherever you can with your nose. Whereas if I'm air rolling, I can really adjust the point at which my nose hits the ball. And that's really what I mean by accuracy. I mean the ability to hit the ball how you want it. And air roll left opens up the mobility of your car to where you can get the exact touch you want that normal air roll is really limiting. Now, the last aspect that I've pinpointed that makes air roll left better than regular air roll is the unpredictable element. Just how with accuracy, your touches are a lot more locked in, the opposite is true. So air roll left is so much more harder to read in the air than your regular air roll is. And again, if we take a look at an air dribble, it's a lot harder to read somebody air dribbling with air roll left than it would be if they were just behind the ball, because one is just going to go in a straight direction, the other one you don't know how that ball is going to pop off, and so it's a lot more unpredictable to read that. The same is true for a normal air roll shot. If I'm just flying up for a shot with normal air roll, it's going to be pretty obvious which way I'm going to hit it. Whereas if I'm spinning into that shot, I could hit it off any one of my corners. I could flip around and hit it with the hood really easily. And it's going to make your offense that much more difficult to defend against, which is something that's so important as you get into higher levels. Alright y'all, so I hope that explanation fully covers just why you should be switching to air roll left as soon as possible. As always, my socials are down in the description if you want to reach out. Please make sure to go follow my Twitch, and make sure to like, comment, and subscribe down below. And yeah, have a good day or night.